Hey guys, KO here. Just a quick heads up, we had some audio issues, some technical difficulties towards the end of the episode. I think Zach's microphone starts to echo just a little bit, and my audio, I'm not even sure what happens. It gets pretty bad towards the end. I left it all in just in case maybe you wanted to get the gist of some things. So I'm really sorry about that. We're working on getting better audio software for the future. So stick with us. I really apologize for the difficulties. It really was quite disappointing. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the episode. Yeah.
Did you point?
Did you point?
No, I didn't point.
Why didn't you point?
Because.
Why didn't you point today, Zach? You're supposed to point every day.
Because the day is still young. For me, not so much.
I'd
but
say
for
the
you,
day is middle-aged.
The day is nearing its end.
It's middle-aged.
It's nearing about its end for me. Because I'm
Yeah,
going to go
that's
to bed
true.
after this podcast.
I
It
have
is-
another podcast to record
It is,
after this.
what, 4:50?
4:35.
4:35? Yeah, I'm going to bed after this podcast. It's past my bedtime.
I got 2 football games to watch tonight.
Oh, yeah, there's football tonight.
Football.
Keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Rams house, baby. You doubted Rams house. Never doubt Rams house.
Okay.
They might not get you where you want to be, but they'll take you down if they need to.
Isn't that a great life lesson to live by?
Anyways, welcome back to our third episode of One More Last One.
Episode Trace.
Yeah. What is it going to be called? Episode 3.
Just episode 3?
The Return of Boogaloo.
There has been no Boogaloo.
No, well, as
Hence,
you know.
the Boogaloo can't return.
Yeah.
How can it return?
It'll make people want to listen more because they're like, well, one was Boogaloo. I got to go back and listen for the Boogaloo.
Oh, you're right. That Boogaloo.
Yeah.
You'll have to go back and listen to that Boogaloo.
No, just kidding. But either way, welcome back to everybody that is listening. All of our listeners,
All
our
of them.
loyal followers that'll follow me into the depths of hell, which is where I'm going.
Why
and
you going
Kyle.
Why you go?
Damn it, my water bottle.
Why are you going to hell?
Because there's a lot of things. If you want me to list it off, it's going to be way past my bedtime by the time I'm done with it.
I don't think. Okay, I don't get hell.
What's
It's a threat.
Yeah.
This man that's supposed to love you is threatening you.
Yeah. Everybody that you love threatens you at one point in your life.
Didn't he also didn't he die for your sins so that you can just be forgave and go to heaven?
I didn't ask for it.
No.
I didn't ask for forgiveness.
No, but you're forgiven either way.
It's like Super Mega made this joke. It's like it's like somebody like saving you from the street and said, "I saved your life." And you look around, it's like, there's no cars coming. Yes, yeah, but there could have been. It's like, I saved you. Now you're incredibly, you have to be in debt to me. But if you go against me, you're going to burn in hell. It's like, I didn't ask for this.
It's a little fucked up.
Yeah, well, such is life. Hell is an interesting topic, though. Because when you think about it, it's some man with a pointy stick pointing at you, and it's.
Why does he have a pointy stick?
It's how the cartoons draw him. He's got the little trident thing.
Because we all know cartoons are extremely.
SpongeBob
lifelike.
has never lied. Everything you can do, you can spell it out with fun and imagination. It's 2 true statements.
F is for friends.
Who do stuff together, like sodomy
U is for you and me.
and uranium.
So what about the man in the pointy stick?
No, I was just gonna say. I was gonna ask you. Did you ever read Dante's Inferno? I know you don't read, but like.
I used to read, and then my eyes started getting strained all the time, and then I stopped reading. No, I don't think I ever read it.
Okay, well, he lays it out very well. There's 7 circles of hell, 9 circles of hell, something like that. We don't
7
have
circles
Alexa's
sounds
in
right.
here anymore, which we
7
wanted
circles.
to bring back. Yeah, so there's
Yeah.
7 circles of hell, and everybody like always and it's every circle is for a different category of what you were in life. Like there's a category for murderers, there's a category for robbers, there's a category for everything else. And each category, or each like sin or crime or whatever you want to call it, has a different punishment that somewhat fits the role. Like it's like, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but it's like the people that were murderers and stuff like that, they're like in a casket being eaten for the rest of eternity, you know? And the really bad people, not saying murderers aren't really bad people, but like maybe the murderers are in the seventh circle, but I forgot. But like once you get to the seventh circle, it's frozen. It's not like where everything else is, where it's on fire and you're burning for eternity. It's everything's frozen because of the wings of the devil. And it's a very cool concept if you believe in that kind of stuff. But, which, I mean, like, I don't know. It's just, it's cool literature. It's a very cool thing to read. And I would recommend it. And I don't read. And so that's a big thing coming from me, is talking about reading.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
It's a cool concept.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I mean, it's basically like our judicial system. Like the more the higher your crime is viewed, then the more punishment you get.
Yeah. But you still get a punishment, and it's like, yeah, just yeah. But either way,
we all rot in the ground. We all get eaten by the worms.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Unless you get burned.
Yeah.
That's it.
Or a water funeral.
Well, and then you get.
I want to get tossed in the ocean when I die.
Eaten by. I want to like a.
Well, you have to join the military or be a president for that.
Or I could just have someone do it for me. You could just do it. Just take me out on a boat in the middle of like a really small lake.
And play on the recorder.
Yes. Play a really terrible rendition. But you have to live stream it.
I want that played with a kazoo when I'm dead. I would love that. Granted, I'd be dead, so I wouldn't care that much, but...
Well, you could be looking up from the second circle and just seeing that.
What's the second circle?
I don't fucking know. I was just...
We can't use Siri. Can we use Alexa?
I was just saying
If I yell loud enough, do you think Alexa would hear me from here?
Absolutely not. We also wouldn't hear her. There's like 4 walls in between us and her.
Says you.
We'll bring her in for the next episode. I'll remember next time.
Can we just pause the recording and bring her in now?
No.
Why not?
Because that's extra work for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Because I'm lounging again. I'm lounging in my new lounge pants. I don't know. When I die, I kind of want to be thrown out of a plane. Like, I think that would just be hilarious.
What's the point? Wait. What's going to happen with you?
I'm going to fall from an airplane.
Are you going to splat on the ground?
Yeah.
That's a lot of cleanup.
Not if you do in the desert. Or in the ocean.
I don't know if that's allowed.
It might not be allowed, but that's what I want. You going to deny a dying man his wish?
Yeah.
No way.
Depends on the wish.
That's stupid.
You don't just see Make-A-Wish kids being like, hey, I want to kill someone. Can't just grant them that wish.
Yeah, but they can say, like, I want John Cena to kill somebody, and...
and then John Cena will just kill someone.
And he does everything.
Yeah.
He has, like, what? The most, like, Make-A-Wish
He's
wish
granted the
fulfilled?
most wishes, yeah.
Yeah. So he's saying
probably killed someone.
And nobody would see it coming, because it's John Cena.
Because you can't see him.
You know, that's another interesting thing. Talking about, like, death and stuff like that. It's like, the topic of, like, death row and, like, the last meal and stuff like that, and how, like, fucked up things were. Like, of, like, some people's orders. I forgot, I think it was, like, John Wayne Gacy or something like that. He ordered, like, specifically, like, 12 strawberries. Like, specifically, like, he just wanted 12 strawberries or something like that. It was some mass murderer. I forgot, like, who it was.
That's weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was fucked up.
I guess.
He kidnapped... What do you mean, I guess? He kidnapped children in a clown costume, molested them, and then killed them and buried them in his
just saying,
shed.
Still just... I don't know, 12 strawberries.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was that, and
that's
then he
the
ordered
weird thing
something
about
else.
all that.
Somebody also ordered, I forgot what it was, but it was like he ordered food and then also requested the box set of Lord of the Rings to watch, like the director's cut of Lord of the Rings.
Did he get it?
Yeah, because they used to like fulfill like everybody's like a last meal, you know, of like what they wanted if it was within reason. Which I mean, that's within reason.
And you can just say, "I want to watch a movie."
Yeah, you're gonna die. Might as
Yeah,
well give
because
you
you
something.
committed a heinous act.
Yeah, but it's the last thing you get to do while you're alive. They don't do it anymore, I don't think.
I was gonna say I wouldn't give a fuck.
I mean, like, well, while you're in like confinement and stuff like that, and
I
like
wanna
on
watch
death
Lord of the
row,
Rings. Too bad you killed a family. Get
and
the
while
fuck
you're
back in there.
while you're on death row, I mean, like, you get pretty special treatment,
That's so fucked
quote
up.
unquote. Like, I mean, like special treatment in the regards to being in a prison,
Yeah.
but like it's. I mean, and also this is all me talking out of my ass a little bit because I've never been on death row.
Really?
I mean, maybe in a past life.
Put it on the bucket list.
Do you believe? I know you're not a religious person.
Nope.
But this isn't really like religion. It's just kind of like theoretical. Do you think there are like actual like past lives?
No.
Like not an inkling.
No.
Why?
Because each person is raised into their own. Like
Yeah.
you're born and then your body creates, like you're literally created from nothing. Like
You're not
where would
created
that
from nothing?
Well, okay, but like you grow and like your brain creates your own personality and creates your own like your brain is what I don't know where would the past life come from. That would insinuate that I believe in like spirits and shit.
Yeah. Well, you believe in ghosts?
I don't.
I thought you said you believe in ghosts.
Nope.
I thought you believed in something like that.
I'm pretty sure we talked about this when
I
we
know,
were
but I
watching
thought you said like
haunted shit.
you don't want to definitively say that there's nothing there.
I mean, I would concede it if there was proof of ghosts, just like I would concede the fact if we had proof of God.
We do. It's called church.
Yeah, it's called The Men Who Dedicated Their Lives to a Fictional Book for 4 years and then teach us about that book.
Yeah.
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 I think it's actually more than 4 years.
It is.
I actually thought about that at one point in my life.
I did too. And then I was like, yeah,
God.
I like being in a relationship.
I mean, you could go into different sections of
But
the
I was
religion.
but I was Catholic.
I guess.
And you
yeah.
can only have sex with little boys if you're Catholic.
That's the only one they allow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, fuck. Do you think this is like was the first time that all happened? It was like, oh wait, they were doing what? Like, it's no.
Dude, you can't leak those kind of secrets. We were entrusted with that.
We were
Yes.
as Catholic boys. Now
We
listen, we're gonna bring you into a closet. You can't tell anybody. It's our little.
See, I
secret.
wasn't an altar boy. I wasn't allowed to be an altar boy.
I wasn't either. Why?
Because
Because you had a big mouth. You'd tell people.
because I went to a Catholic school,
Yeah.
and I went to church every Wednesday morning for school, but I was raised in a Lutheran church.
Ah.
So because I was primarily Lutheran and I was going to like Sunday school and all that, like First Communion and confirmation in like the Lutheran church, they wouldn't let me do anything in the Catholic church. Like for school, you'd have to go and like every couple of weeks you'd either have to do this or this and usher and altar boy, blah blah blah. I didn't have to do any of that because I was Lutheran. They wouldn't let me,
I didn't have to do any of it.
which is so fucked up, by the way. Just because I believe slightly different things than them, they didn't let me
Yeah, well, you're not a part of the club.
participate, basically.
You're not a part of the club, Kyle.
But then if you're Catholic and you go to Lutheran shit, you can do whatever you want. As long as you've had First Communion, you can do that. If you're part of the church, you can.
Yeah, just because you're not a part of the club.
Catholics are so I don't want to get into it. I don't want people to hate me too much.
Well, we already are into it.
We're already into it. It's a cult.
You're a cult.
It's a brainwashing cult.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. If it gives some people peace, then let them have it.
Yes, I agree. I don't walk up to people and go, "You're stupid for believing in God." I may think it, but I don't say it to people. Like because if people need that, then yeah.
Yeah. It's
Need comfort in your life, that's fine. I
Yeah.
get that. I just don't. It doesn't. Not something I don't know. It's hard for me to even wrap my head around because I was taught two different things.
well, the multiverse theory. Do you believe in that? Or string theory?
I believe in that more than I do ghosts or any religion. Yeah,
So why?
because there's
it was just
actually
a theory that somebody thought up at one
Yeah.
point.
I don't. I
Such
mean,
is the thing of
I
religion.
believe in it more. I don't believe in it necessarily.
But that's the same thing as religion. Yeah, I mean, somebody thought it up, started
yeah, that's fair.
preaching it, quote unquote preaching it, and then
But there'd be some actual science behind it. There's no science behind.
well, it's all theoretical physics.
Yeah,
Theoretical.
I know.
So there's no proof of it.
No, but it's a lot better than saying this man turned 5 fish and 5 bread into feeding 5,000 people, or
You don't do
changing
that?
water into wine, or walking on water,
I do that
or
all the
rising
time.
from the dead.
I also have done that. In a
I'm
past
just,
life.
I mean, that's a little more thought out.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Again, I don't believe in it. I wouldn't sit here and say it's a real thing.
I do. I believe string theory is real.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but that's also coming from me from science and
Yeah.
studying it a little bit. So, and I want to preface a little bit. So I don't.
What
really
is
wanna-
string theory specifically?
Once again, a little bit. So I want to preface that right off the bat.
No,
so I
yeah,
don't,
just
like,
give me the basic. I mean,
string
you could say
theory,
anything, I
if
believe
I'm
you right
thinking
now.
of the correct theory, is ow! I just hit my leg in a box. Is the thought process that there are multiple like universes that will all like coincide with each other. I want to say, and I'm kind of talking out of my ass because that's also the multiverse theory of like that.
What's the difference?
It's I don't know the specific differences.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, like, I guess multiverse theory is that everything, there's multiple realities to everything. If whatever option that you take, there is the option that you didn't take is created in another universe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, which was somewhat proven with Schrodinger's cat, if you know what that is. Schrodinger's
I did it one time.
Schrodinger's cat is where this man, something Schrodinger, put his cat inside of a box. He had put 2 bowls in there. One of them had poisonous food, the other one had regular food. And it was in there for, I think, not a day, but for some sort of amount of time. And during that time, there were 2 realities. Cat was dead, cat was alive.
Yeah.
So then that's like, and there's no way of proving what the reality was. In one reality, the cat was dead in there. The other reality, it was alive.
But
When he
there's a
took
way.
the cat out, the theory is that one life, the cat died. The other one, which is the one we're in now, he lived. That's just the theory of it. And it's common sense of like, yeah, something
Yeah.
could have happened, but when it all happened, it was the first time it was like an actual scientific discovery, which is like the discovery of what oxygen was. Everybody kind of knows what oxygen is, but when it was first discovered and first thought of, it was like, oh, that's what we breathe. The discovery of gravity. Isaac Newton having an apple fall on his head and start thinking. That's like, oh, it falls. Why does it fall? You know, everybody
Yeah.
knew that quote unquote gravity was a thing, but they didn't have a name for it. They didn't have a theory for it. Everything became a thing because somebody had a theory.
Yeah, I'm not confused on that part.
What are you confused about? It's science. Nothing is definitive.
No, I know.
Except for if it is definitive, which is gravity and everything like that. So.
You said there's no way to know what the reality is of the cat in the box.
There isn't.
There was. Just look at the box.
It was closed. It was a closed.
How do you get him out afterwards?
They opened it up.
That's what I'm saying. Open up the thing and you see, oh, there he is.
Well, you waited for like a day or 2 or something like that. So like there was no way of like checking on it. It was a study.
Right.
So there was no way until you
That
opened
doesn't-
it to know.
Maybe I'm just overthinking this now.
You are overthinking it.
That doesn't create an alternate reality. That's just the cat has a choice, and now it's either dead or alive.
Yeah, and what the theory is that created an alternate reality where the cat ate the poisonous food or the cat died.
I guess.
In which and then that reality, that cat is no longer. Like you turning left or turning right. There's one reality where you turn left.
Right.
There's one where you turn
There's
right.
infinite. Yeah.
Yeah. There's one that you go straight. There's one that you go back home. Or there's one that you have a heart attack and you pass out. There's just infinite realities. That's that theory.
Which reality are we in?
The second one.
What's the first one then?
I don't know. The one before this.
What happened in the first one that made it made this one? Was it Adam not eating or Eve not eating the apple?
No, I mean, like, it could be anything. It could be me. I mean, like, the reality of you and I becoming friends was me noticing that you were wearing a pink hat on the way to class. I noticed that you were wearing or you were wearing
I wasn't wearing a pink
or you were
hat.
wearing those
I
pink
was
shoes.
wearing my pink shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that if I didn't notice that you were wearing those pink shoes in the hall when I first met you, or when I first like noticed you when we were living in
Oh yeah.
Fricker, and me walking behind you to class, we wouldn't have become friends. Because I wouldn't have noticed you. You had your
We
door
wouldn't
closed.
have become friends that day.
Well, no, but you wouldn't.
We had that class for an entire semester. My door was open because of Tom.
But the thing is, I didn't leave my room. I wasn't socialized.
No, but Andy did, and I met up with those guys too.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's the theory.
Yeah.
Is that if I didn't
it would
see
be
you
different. Yeah.
and didn't notice you, we may not have become friends.
Right.
And then that would have led us on a completely different path of life. And that's what it is. The butterfly effect.
The butterfly effect.
Sorry for getting like
What
theoretical
was
on
that game
this.
that used the butterfly?
Until Dawn,
Thank you.
which
Great
is a
game.
fantastic game. Did you ever play it?
I played it once. Yeah.
No.
You had it. Remember?
I beat it 7 times.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
I watched every single ending.
Yeah.
When Mark played it.
I
I remember watching Mark play it, and
he fucked up something and then he deleted something
he
and then
completely
he like went
reset
back.
the thing because he did every single choice the exact same except for the one that he fucked up because he wanted to save the one particular character.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
It's
was like
fun.
some minuscule, like, it was like, boom, boom, you can choose this or this, and all of a sudden, that person was killed.
Yeah.
Is that, like, the rest of it, which I get his frustration, because the rest of the game is, like, you make, like, 3 or 4 mistakes in a row, and then a person dies or something like that. But this one was just like, nope, she's dead. Keep going.
Yeah. It's a great game.
It
like,
was really good.
because and I almost have platinum on it on PlayStation. I got a platinum trophy for actually doing literally everything.
We could play it again. It's been a while. I don't remember much.
I remember literally everything about it.
Okay.
Well, actually, I don't remember literally everything about it, but like as I would be playing it, I'd start remembering everything, and then I wouldn't get scared.
That's fair.
Yeah, but I would love to play it again for my 8th time.
Great game.
Any hoozles.
Any hoozles.
PlayStation on Wednesday has a press conference, and I think that's when they're actually formally announcing everything.
Like the pre-sale date and
Yep.
everything that you already know.
Yeah, if that was true.
If it's
You know,
true, yeah.
like in my calendar, I literally put it as a question mark. I was like, I don't know if it's true.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I don't know. I'm still gonna wait for a while to get the PlayStation 5.
I'm
I don't have any reason to get it right away.
I'm literally on the pre-order date getting it,
That's fair.
and because I need a new system. My PS4 is whirring up like a helicopter again.
Like
And
mine was within
like,
a year.
Like all, PlayStations do. But I hope they put a better fan in the PS5. Like, honestly.
I'm sure they had a lot of complaints for the 4. Hopefully they fix it.
Yeah, because that would just be such a pain in the ass if, like, that's the thing that they didn't fix. They put so much time and effort into, like, making, like, a bigger, better system, and then they don't fix the fucking fan.
Yeah, that'd be stupid.
Yeah, and how, like, dirty it can get, like, so easily. It's just kind of ridiculous. And I'm sure there's easier ways of, like, oh, you gotta take care of it better. But it's
I
like,
mean, even
fucking
in
make
my,
it better.
even in my Pro, it feels better. I've had this one for almost 2 years now, and the other one I had for a year, and it started whirling up.
Yeah, like mine now isn't even at the point of what yours was.
Yeah, no,
At,
something
like,
was
at the
wrong
year.
with that one.
Yeah. But I've taken good care of mine. And you were moving yours back and forth throughout the entire year.
Well, and not only that, before that, it was also back and forth from mom and dad's
That's
house.
what I was talking about.
Divorced parents gang.
Yeah. Not me.
Yeah.
My parents are still in a loving kind of relationship. No, they're on a camping trip right now. They're in Minnesota.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, they sent me pictures of Einstein, my dog. My dog's name is Einstein from the movie Back to the Future. But he sent me a picture of him sitting in front of
I didn't know that was the reference. For
yeah,
your
that's the
dog.
reference.
Still never seen the movie.
Yeah, no, we'll watch it soon, at some point. But they sent me a picture of him sitting in front of a waterfall, and I was like, "You're such a good boy, such a derp ass."
I don't think I haven't gone anywhere since
You
I
can just
moved
leave
in.
it there.
I haven't gone anywhere since we moved in. I've gone to work.
Yeah, I went up north. which we covered last week.
Yeah.
But I mean, like that's pretty much. I mean, I work almost 50 hours a week from home. You know,
Yeah.
I go over, I see my girlfriend. That's about it. There's just not much to do. I mean, there's a lot to do, but like I don't want to do any of it because of what's happening, you know? And it's also getting a little colder
Oh yeah,
outside.
there is a lot to do, but no one should be doing any of it.
Yeah.
Everyone should be at home, quarantining, doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
go to the gym and swim,
Yeah.
but at that point, like I'm nowhere near anybody because I'm in a lap pool.
Yeah.
So, and
I
also
don't know.
in water.
Did you see at the beginning of quarantine that like podcast mics were sold out like on Amazon and shit?
Yeah.
Everyone was just like, yeah, we'll start one. Meanwhile, I had been doing 2 of them for 2 years.
Yeah.
And we had plans for this one. Not because of quarantine. But quarantine did help.
So yeah, well, welcome to every other white man's podcast here.
Yep. Just 2 white dudes.
My elbow. I'm hurting myself this podcast. Maybe I should sit in a chair.
Maybe you should instead
Nah.
of laying on the ground.
Fuck it.
No?
No, I'm
Okay.
good. I got a text message.
Okay. Definitely check that.
Yeah, I should have. It's for work, so.
Fair enough.
Dude,
Freaking-
I gotta pee.
That's unfortunate. We've only been here for 25 minutes.
It's not unfortunate. I'm gonna ask you to either pause the podcast or you continue on for like 2 minutes as I piss.
Good luck getting out of here.
I can do it.
All right.
I'm nimble.
All right. go
I'm
ahead.
quick.
I'll try pausing it.
You can call me Jack. No.
And we're back.
Hi. I got all the piss out of my dick.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I think we should talk about ourselves because
Okay.
this is the 3rd episode.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've actually. I don't think people know who we are. They should know the guys behind one more last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm a white dude. I'm white.
All right, now I'll go.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's me. That's.
Thinking
No,
of a stereotypical white Midwesterner.
I wouldn't say stereotypical because a stereotypical, well, Midwestern maybe, yeah, but like a stereotypical white dude is like an asshole and you know, you drink some parties, you go to the bar even though there's coronavirus, yeah, like frat and shit. I'm not. That's not me. I'm very.
Tom.
Yeah, Tom.
Rep, bro.
Very introverted. Obviously, like video games and like sports are like my life. Obviously, my other podcast is a sports podcast.
Plug it.
First Round KO. If
There
you're
you
a
go.
sports fan, go check us out.
I don't
We're
even
doing
know
2
if-
episodes a week with football now.
I don't even know if you even plugged that before.
I didn't know.
Yeah, well, there you go. Go listen to it.
Yeah.
I'm on there once in a while.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, if you don't get annoyed of this voice enough, then you can go listen to that one sometimes.
Yeah. But you know, I'm gonna be shockingly enough with as much as I stutter and not how much I struggle talking. I'm a communications major with a broadcasting emphasis. Yeah, so hopefully podcasting becomes an actual thing for me. That's kind of ideal. But anything in broadcasting, sports, you know, commentary, sports analysis, anything like that would be really cool. But yeah, right now I just work at a liquor store, as I've talked about before. I'm from a divorced family of 5. Older sister, younger brother.
Divorced family of 5?
Yeah, it's a divorced family, but there's 5 of us. Now,
But there's not 5 kids. There's 3 kids.
yeah, I said I have an older sister and a younger
But
brother.
it sounds like you got like 5 siblings.
Divorced family of 3. Whatever. My parents are divorced. I have 2 siblings.
Okay, there you go. Doesn't matter too much.
Dad's remarried. Shout out Donna.
My turn.
Yeah.
Bored of listening to you.
So, says the man who went on for 5 minutes about string theory.
You asked! Did you not? You asked for an explanation, and I gave you one. A very poor one and that, but I gave you one.
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Zach. I'm also a white guy.
Oh yeah, I should say my diet consists of bread, chicken, bread, meat, pasta, and cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of salt.
literally. Yep, and salt is a
Nothing
major.
spicy.
Nothing spicy. My throat will close.
Me, on the other hand, I will literally eat anything because I'm a human trash compactor. Except for peanuts, because I am allergic to them.
Human trash.
Yep. Human trash. Zachary, right here. I don't know. What about me? I like football. I like baseball. I like the Brewers. I too enjoy a video game or two. A little bit. Oh, God, fuck me.
This is your closet. You should know what's in here.
I don't go in my closet.
Obviously.
Yeah. But I am.
What did you major in?
I'm getting there. I majored in biology, minored in psychology. I am a recruiter for a company that I'm actually not allowed to talk about because I'm not supposed to promote them off of me. I'm not supposed to promote them when I'm.
I never say where I actually work.
Yeah, but because they just don't want their company being branded with something like this.
Totally fair.
Yeah, but I am a recruiter, working my way up to sales manager over there. So yeah, I studied the human mind and anything that was living in the universe, and now I'm recruiting for engineering.
Could have been an engineer.
The way life goes is a fickle bitch sometimes, but we're working with it and it's fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to jump off the balcony, but it's okay.
That wouldn't do. I would only like minor injury if
I landed on my head.
Just do a
If I landed on my head on the concrete, it would do more than a minor injury.
on the concrete, but that's like you'd have to like that'd be an impressive jump if you could jump on the
An
concrete.
impressive guy, Kyle. Sometimes. But I don't know what else about me. Ask me a question.
What's your favorite color?
Red.
Or
gray or black. I don't know.
fair. Mine's yellow or red.
Yeah.
Where is your ideal date? Like, what would you do for? Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Okay, where's my ideal date?
What would you do for an ideal date?
I'm
Just trying to get to know us.
like I'm like a romantic date or a bro date? Romantic? Okay.
Both.
Okay, well, romantic date, I'm a sucker for like very very like fancy dinners. Like one of my first dates with my current girlfriend, I guess not my first date, because our first date we went to Red Robin because she just really wanted a burger. But
That's my ideal date.
my like one of our like first like real dates, I should say, like I spent like $160 on dinner
Christ.
because I was just like, fuck it, I love
I've
doing
never
it.
spent that much on the food.
Yeah, like we went out there, we had a few drinks, like we
The fanciest date I've gone on would be like Texas Roadhouse.
the fanciest date I've gone on was like a $202 bill.
Christ.
And that is no
not-
indicator of how much money I actually make at my job. I
Nope.
just like food and good food. Like, not saying that your food isn't good, but I'm saying as
I
in
like
like
fast food.
yeah.
I
I'm
don't
just
taste
saying-
much difference between a high-end burger,
See,
you know,
and that's the thing is I do.
and even steak. Like, there's a slight difference, but like,
There's a massive difference in a shitty ass steak and
I'm not saying a shitty.
Alright, let's take a quick break so that I can tell you all about Anchor. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain why. Number one, it's free. Literally, you don't have to pay anything. You can just host your podcast on Anchor. Number two, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your computer or even your phone. It makes it super easy. You can trim, you can split into 2 sections. It's super user-friendly and easy to use. Anchor will then also distribute your podcast for you. That's number 3, so that you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, all these different platforms. Number 4, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Number 5, it's everything that you need to make a podcast all in one place. So download the Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to start your podcast. That's anchor.fm or on the Anchor app.
Steak. I'm saying like a
I'm saying
steak at like a.
$2 steak and like a $50 steak is
I'm
a
not
massive
saying I eat,
difference.
but if you go to like a 3-star restaurant compared to a 5-star, which I've had both, there's not that big of a difference.
I taste a huge difference between it.
All right.
I'm just it's prepared a lot better. The sides are normally better. It's just that they like it's just better in my opinion.
At the end of the day, it's just meat.
Yeah, but I don't like to over salt everything I eat.
I think it's the atmosphere and it's the experience more
that
than
too,
anything.
and it all like goes together like that. Like, but doing that and then coming back home, watching a movie, grabbing ice cream, something like that.
And then the bed.
No, I normally pass out after that because I'm like, fuck, I spent too much money. But no, doing that bro date. I don't know. I like going to baseball games.
Baseball games are the best.
Yeah.
Watching movies, like going to an actual theater, which we haven't done in so long.
I probably won't for so long.
No, me too.
There's
I
a
hate
movie
it.
that's coming out soon that I really want to see. It's the Batman movie, the new Batman movie.
Is that only gonna be in theaters?
I mean, it's gonna eventually be out.
Well, because I know a lot of movies right now are like you can see it in theaters or you can pay for it at home.
I don't know. It'll depending on like when it comes out, because I don't remember when it's coming out. They'll probably do something like that. But I mean, eventually, like obviously, it'll be out on DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, whatever the fuck everything is, and probably on Netflix or whatever. But I want to see it in an actual theater because it's Batman.
Yeah, and it looks amazing.
What is your favorite rainy day activity?
Video games. I have board games, a lot of board games, and I have to be in the right mood. But rainy day is a good day for it. Like I remember when I was hanging out with Tom one time at his place, I think the power went out, and because he's kind of in the even more of the middle of nowhere than Tomahawk actually is.
Yeah.
The power went out, so we literally played Monopoly. I think we played 3 or 4 games.
Yeah.
And it was like 5 hours long, and like that kind of shits the bed. So like Monopoly. That one time, were you there when we were at Duncan's place and we were playing a bunch of board games?
No, I was living down in
Oh, that's
Naperville
right.
at that time.
We played Uno, and then we played Monopoly, and then we played Risk.
Risk is fun. I love
Was
Risk.
that is Risk where you're taking over?
The world?
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
that's
Yeah,
Risk.
okay, yeah. That was really fun because none of us had played before. Only Nate had played before.
Oh, really?
So he like moderated basically. He didn't actually play. He just let us play and like helped us all.
Oh, really?
It was
That's fun.
so fun.
Yeah.
Like because there were a lot of alliances and a lot of double crosses.
Yeah, I bet.
It was extremely fun. Like yeah, that kind of stuff. I have to be in the right mood for a game. Because like I'm usually really hesitant to learn a new board game because I think it's complicated and I never want to learn the rules. But once I learn it and I start playing it, I usually like Clue. When we played Clue the other night with Josh,
Yeah.
that was super fun.
Yeah.
Like once you get into it.
There are a lot of board games that I want to show you how to play, like Settlers of
Absolutely.
Catan, Ticket to Ride. There's another one that I want to get, Haunting on House of Hill Haunting on the House of the Hill or something like that.
Okay.
I showed you like Game Grumps play it a while back.
Probably yeah.
But I want to buy that game, but everywhere I've gone for it, it's like $50, and I'm like, I don't really want to spend that much money on that.
That's fair.
Meanwhile, I just said it for dinner, I'll spend like that much money. But for food, I will spend a lot of money. For anything else, I don't buy anything, and you know this.
I buy everything.
I know.
But yeah, other than that, rainy day, like I said, games, video games. I'd like a good movie, especially on a rainy day. That's the kind of thing when it's like, okay, we maybe we like say we have plans to go outside and like go to the beach or something, and then it's like, oh shit, it's raining. Let's watch a movie.
Yeah.
Like that's usually kind of what I go to, and then we play a game or something. But yeah, I already in my normal day play a lot of video games and watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
So that a rainy day to me is kind of like I have an excuse not to go outside now.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah.
You saying like power going out just reminds me of how much like when I was a kid, I loved when the power would go out.
Really?
Yeah, because it would be it's something out of the ordinary. It's like,
guess.
a new thing happened. Because I'm a guy that another thing about me, I'm a guy that doesn't like the same thing over and over and over and over again.
That's fair.
I'm
I have
saying
I have a stronger tolerance for that kind of stuff than you do.
I like change. I like things moving. Like I don't like big life changes, like like losing a job or going to another job or like things like people like leaving or something like that.
Talk about moving to a new city and starting a new job.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did the exact same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
3 times. But twice, not 3 times. I switched jobs 3 times within a year, but that's besides the point. That wasn't on me. What was I saying? But like power going out, like when I was a kid, it'd be like, oh, like I can do this and this and this, and I can play in the dark and all this kind of stuff. Like I was a big kid of like using my imagination to be like, oh, now I'm a pirate and it's the 7 seas, yarg.
So you just playing in the dark. So I was. This is So when I was actually involved in church,
Yeah.
I was in
You've told me this.
I was in the puppet group.
Oh, you haven't told me this before.
I was part of the. I don't even know what the hell you'd call it, a puppet group. I guess I was part
Puppet
of.
group,
It
you
was
say.
puppets. We did puppets, and so like once a month we would perform at church, and we would perform for Sunday school most weeks and shit. Anyway, once a year, maybe it was twice a year, but I think it was once a year. We would do a lock-in for as like a team building, I guess. But
Okay,
it was
you did tell me this. I
yeah.
didn't know it was part of a puppet group.
It was. But we would do the lock-in. So we would literally lock ourselves in the church. We'd have the food and everything, obviously, but like we would be in the church and we would spend the night there. And the thing we played, without any doubt, every year we would play. Now I can't even think of what it's actually called.
Ghost in the Graveyard, or
Kind of, but it was like, and this was weird too because I've never even seen Lord of the Rings, but it was based on Lord of the Rings, where you would have glow sticks, and you would hide like two or three glow sticks in the church. And two people would have to hide them. There would be one person scaring the fuck out of people and bringing them to a jail, and then it was different. It's been so long since I've actually played.
it's kind of like a hide and seek kind of thing.
Kinda, yeah, because like some people are just like actively hiding. Some people are, because I guess Frodo would have been the person with the actual ring.
Or glow
and then,
stick.
and then you have to bring the glow stick, but you'd have to bring them to the volcano. Again, references I don't get.
Okay.
But that person would hide. Why can't I think of the name? I don't know, but the best role to have would be the bad guy, I guess. With
a scarer.
what the fuck was his name? I can't remember,
call
but
him
yeah,
Joe.
you didn't have to scare people, but me and Jacob, who was one of the other guys in the group, that was our main goal, because all you had to do was just kind of grab them and run. But like, if you heard someone coming and you could hide around a corner and scare the absolute bejesus out of someone in the pitch black, it's the best.
Yeah.
So that was always super fun. If you were on the other side, you were literally tiptoeing everywhere, like trying to feel around on the wall, like, oh my god, is anyone there? Is anyone gonna scare the piss out of
That
me?
sounds like so much fun.
It
Even
was-
to do now.
Yeah, it was the absolute best, and like that, those are the kind of memories I remember. Like,
Talking about this just makes me want to do this. Hold on.
what do you want to do? Why are we turning? Okay, now we're in the dark.
Where is my mic? I found it. I hit my face on it, but I found it.
I genuinely can't see you, mostly because my laptop's open. So
I
like,
see you.
But yeah, I know you can. Maybe my eyes will adjust
I
eventually.
can see your dick.
My dick.
It's just flopping everywhere.
It is. It's out.
It's
Sorry.
You're helicoptering it.
I'm actually commando right now.
Kyle, stop slapping your dick on your thigh. Such a big schlong. No, didn't you tell me that some kid like broke the tabernacle?
We might. I'm sure we broke something.
I thought you said that like some kid was running around and he like
No, because
broke
the actual.
tabernacle.
So the way our church was set up, like it was the old part of the church, and then eventually, which I was like actually raised in the old part, but then they extended and made a new. I guess you'd call it sanctuary. No. The service area, whatever, where actual church happened. So there was a new area for that. So the old area and the rest of like the downstairs, where like the classrooms and where that's the area we used. We stayed out of the actual congregation area. You could go in like the lounge and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I doubt we broke anything in the actual church,
Okay. I don't know
but
why.
in the building, I'm sure we broke a lot of things.
What am I thinking of? Because I remember a vivid memory of somebody either telling me that some kid, like in that situation, broke the tabernacle, or
We don't have a tabernacle in Lutheran.
oh yeah, you guys don't.
Yeah, no, we don't have it.
Okay.
I'm turning this back on. I don't want to see your face.
Why?
Because you're pretty.
Thank you.
No, cause I don't know. We're talking. I want to be able to.
I could see you.
Yeah, I couldn't see you though. I could literally see nothing past my laptop.
Well, that's your fault.
No,
Get
it's
better
not.
eyes. Become a cat. What? Oh no, it's your turn to ask me a question.
Oh yeah. I don't like asking questions. I was always bad at this. The break the ice thing. Yeah, talk about yourselves.
No, just fucking ask anything. I don't give a shit.
Okay, no, man. I'm bad at that. My life is boring. So
Literally anything.
I don't, like what?
Now, what's your favorite superhero? What's your favorite outfit to wear? What's your favorite shoe? What's your social security card? What's your mother's maiden name? Do you have any pets? What are their
What is
names?
your first pet's name?
I can't. It's my social security number. I named my first pet 872. What
Did
was
you-
my first pet? My
Yeah, what
first
was your
pet
first
was
pet?
a yellow lab. Yeah.
Okay. What was his name?
Her
Her
name,
name.
was Maisie.
I've heard you talk about
Yeah.
Maisie.
She was my best friend from age 5 to 17. I want to say.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Probably about the same time frame that I had.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had Callie, Black Lab.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me.
Callie was great. She literally, I think my senior year of high school, maybe it was my junior year, so maybe 17 too. Yeah, she was like 13 or 14.
Yeah.
Like yeah. She was literally our only pet forever until we got Bean like a year or two before she passed.
Yeah.
And then after that my dad got a cat, my mom got a cat, my mom had a second cat for a while, but that didn't work out.
Yeah.
And now my mom has 2 new cats.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I had a golden retriever. Because I grew up with cats too. Like when I was born, there was a cat in the house, and we had a golden retriever named Hannah. And then we got Maisie about, I think, probably about 2 years, maybe a year before we had to put Hannah down.
It's really nice when you can time that out.
Yeah. Well, I
'Cause
mean, you always...
having another pet at that time really helped.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we got Einstein, like 2 years before we had to put Maisie down, because it was right after I graduated from like middle school that my parents got me the dog.
Did you graduate from middle school?
Don't you graduate from middle school? I had a graduation ceremony.
Really?
Yeah. It wasn't like a big formal one, but it was like a thing of like you got your diploma. They handed out some awards.
All right.
Did you not do that?
No.
Oh.
barely-
Everybody around me did that.
We did that for preschool, and then I did it for senior year. Of
I
high
didn't
school.
graduate preschool. I skipped preschool.
Did you really?
No, I had 2 years of
Oh,
preschool.
okay. Yeah, no, I had what they'd call pre-K, I think it was. It's like 3 days a week, and then I went into kindergarten.
Yeah. We had like morning or afternoon preschool. I was always in the morning group. Stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Fond memories. Do you have any memories from like preschool and stuff
Oh
like that?
God, yeah.
Yeah.
So many memories.
I remember one of
Yeah.
my friends, like we had a slide in the room, and one of my friends went down the slide and his pants got caught and he fell off the side of the slide. His
I had
mom
my
had
first-
to come and pick him up.
I had my first kiss on the top of the slide in preschool, so it probably didn't actually count, but I
first
vividly
kiss?
remember it.
My first like lip smacking kiss.
Yeah, not like a little peck on the cheek or anything. Like no, like lip smack.
Like full on tongue down throat. You did that in preschool? You sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting pussy since I was 3. When was my first kiss? My first actual like kiss.
My first
Shut up.
kiss went a little.
I guess it would have
this.
been like maybe freshman year of high school.
Damn, really?
Yeah, I mean like I did like cheek peckage before that.
I mean, I had kisses in middle school,
Yeah, I did.
even in like 5th grade. Did I ever tell you I had a girlfriend in 5th grade that I didn't remember? Is one of my like best friends now, that from Tomahawk,
Really?
and she all of a sudden like in high school or something like that, because I think we were talking at one point, and I think one of us said, it must have been me saying like something like I can't believe we didn't date when we were younger or something like that, and she was like we did. I was like what? No, we didn't. And yeah, apparently we did. According to her, I strongly don't remember.
Yeah. See, like I always, I had like girlfriends and stuff like that in like middle school and stuff, but we never like hung out.
Huh.
It was one of those things of like, oh yeah, we're dating, and then just, we would maybe like, there'd be a birthday party and we'd talk more than everybody else, but it was just like,
That's fair.
the thing. And then high school came and I had a girlfriend for like 2 years, and then another one for 2 years, and another one, and then another one.
I had several kisses at the church.
You kissed your mom in a church?
Nope.
I thought
Didn't
that's
say
what
it
you
was
just
my
said.
mom. Nope. Several kisses at the church.
Oh, okay.
Where did mom come in?
That was from the
Didn't-
priest?
No, Lutheran. We were fine. We didn't do anything.
From the pastor?
No.
What do you call
From a
it?
girl.
Minister? Is that what you call
Be a
him?
pastor. Yeah, pastor.
Hmm.
Yeah. I was naughty boy. I did stuff at church.
You fucked in a church?
I didn't fuck, no. I think I got my first tit at church, though.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's just strange.
My first? Maybe it wasn't my first, but definitely got some.
It's just weird.
It was a little weird.
Yeah.
I guess we were outside, but we were on the property, like right next to the building. It was like we were having a snowball fight, and then it turned.
What was the first place that you had sex? Was it in a bed?
Yes.
I think it was
My first. It's a very boring story.
No, I was gonna say I was there, but
You-
you
I-
called me right after.
I did call you.
You called me before
That's
and
because-
afterward.
Okay, so I was gonna mention this earlier, and then I was like, nah. But now I didn't lose my virginity till 19. It was after my first. It was after freshman year of college. And yeah, that was the running joke, which didn't bother me at school, but it was the running joke that I was a virgin.
Yeah.
So then when it happened, I had to call you guys up.
I lost mine when I was 14.
Damn.
Yeah, 14 or 15.
What?
Freshman year.
I was gonna say that'd be freshman year. I was like, wait a minute.
It was either freshman or beginning of sophomore. So it
Loses
was either,
Loses virginity before first kiss.
Oh, I got my
No, I'm
first
just
kiss
kinda-
beforehand.
No, I was kidding.
I didn't.
That's,
I didn't kiss her during.
I was playing that in my head. I was like, wait a minute.
But I think that was how old I was. I don't know. It was a weird time.
Yeah.
It was a weird experience.
My whole childhood was weird.
Yeah.
I was a very oblivious kid, but it was like ignorance is bliss type of thing. I was a very happy child, but I got bullied. Like looking back on it, I got bullied, but I never really realized it.
Yeah, I mean, I got shoes thrown at my head, shoved in the like.
I wasn't
walls.
physically bullied, but
I was physically, emotionally, and mentally bullied.
damn.
Oh yeah, all through like middle school.
And yeah, like like I said, looking back on it, I can see like a lot of those guys were dicks that I hung out with. But like at the time, I guess I don't know. But I know for a fact that they didn't like me now.
One day in middle school, I remember this very fucking vividly. Is like one of my friends, like I was like quote unquote best friends with this kid since preschool. Actually, the kid that fell off the slide. And we were literally best friends. We would hang out with each other like every fucking day after school, everything like that. And then one day in like 7th grade, all of a sudden I became the person that everybody picked on. And I was like,
that's
I
fair.
don't understand how or why. And I was I guess I know why. I was like this short, stubby, chubby looking kid, you know?
Weren't you in theater?
No, not at that point. I just wasn't athletic, so I wasn't doing like football.
See, that's
or
the
anything
thing.
like
If you're
that.
not in sport, I was lucky. I was at least in basketball.
Yeah, but it was one of I wore glasses, I had braces, so I was like this dorky looking kid. Now look at me, I'm a fucking stud.
Yeah.
Yeah, well you can admit it, but it took me a while to be able to say that, and I am a good looking guy, but I just moved the chair leg or the table leg. Whoops. But there was one day where one of my other friends came up to me like right after gym, and it was right after like I legitimately had a shoe thrown at my head, and people were like, we were doing like, did you ever do like the presidential fitness award thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were doing like the shuttle races, like they'll pick up on a racer and run it back and forth, like that kind of stuff. Like there was a racer at one side, and then you had to run to the other side, pick up the eraser, bring it back, drop it, grab the other one, bring it over there, bring it back, drop it. It was just
We
like
didn't have that.
they were. It
I
was
suppose
like,
they're probably different state to state.
yeah, but it was pretty much just like, I guess what am I trying to say? Like lines in basketball.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's
Probably a
pretty much
lot
what it
like the freaking pacer test.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much that.
Yeah.
But I was doing that and I tripped, and like stumbled or something like that, and then and then the guys in the class thought I was like trying to be funny, and they were like, "That's not funny," and they like started like doing like the da 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 da, da like that thing out of fucking
Weird.
nowhere. Yeah, and then after we were like changing back into our school uniforms in the locker room, somebody threw a shoe at me, like that, and then as we were leaving, one of my friends, I'm standing in the back of the line because I'm like, I don't want to fucking be by anybody. One of my friends came up to me and was like, hey, just to let you know, everybody that's up in the front said they're going to get out to recess earlier because we had this big ass, like, like a net of like balls out there, like that you could play football, basketball, all those kind of balls out there. They were saying they were gonna get out there before you, grab all of them, and when you got out there, they were gonna chuck them all at you.
Jesus.
So I stayed inside for recess for that whole week. Like, and it was just like, and then, now, I'm gonna beat the shit out of any of you. I could, though. Like, everybody else there is got, like, fat or is in prison. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, one of 3 of the guys now are in jail for like, drugs. One of them's in there for violating parole with a gun and also, like, disregarded, like, what's the thing where you can't come within like 50 yards of something? What's that called?
Restraining order.
Yeah, he violated a restraining order, and so he's in prison now.
That was one of the things I was kind of hoping we'd get to when I brought this all up, because like I grew up in a town of 3,000 people. My graduating class was 117.
Yeah.
Like I grew up in a very small town and we were very low end middle class.
Yeah.
You grew up like. And just to show the differences, like you grew up in a much bigger city,
Yeah.
like in a much bigger school and a very different culture.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a little more well off than my family. I'm not saying that as a negative, but like we had very different upbringings.
Yeah. Like, how many people were in your city?
3,300.
Yeah. My city had
67
150,000.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like, and my dad owned his own business, so we were very well off.
Yeah.
Of everything like that. Like, we never had to worry about a single thing. Like,
And my mom was a teacher and my dad worked at a mill.
yeah, my mom stayed at home, and my dad owned his own very, like, well off business.
Yeah.
Like it's polar opposites of where we came from.
It's crazy.
It's like you had very close friends that you could like go.
Yeah.
And like, just,
I know every single person I graduated with by name.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Exactly.
I think
and
I
that's
had
just crazy to me.
Yeah, I think I had like a graduating class of like 1,000.
Jeez.
Something
That's
like
a
that?
third of my city.
Yeah. It's just it's one of those things of like, because I don't know. I grew up in Rockford, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the worst city in the fucking world. But I love it for some fucking reason. I don't get it. Third most dangerous city, or it was like first most like crime per person city in America.
Jeez.
Something like that, or like first or third or something
I mean,
like
that
that.
doesn't surprise me that much, I guess.
No, it's fucking shit show of a city.
Meanwhile, I grew up in Tomahawk, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Shouts out.
Yeah.
The Hatchets.
The Titans. I went to a Catholic high school with a Greek mythology mascot. How
Yes!
fucking funny is that?
Yes!
And
I love that.
While I was there, and also my middle school, I went to a Catholic middle school. We were called the St. Peter Chargers.
Okay.
How cool is that name?
Is that
That's
why?
a dope name, right?
Is that why you like the?
No.
Okay.
How good is that name? Right?
It's pretty good.
It was also like a tiger. That was the mascot. They changed it while I was still there.
Wait, you were the Chargers and you had a tiger?
Yeah, I don't get it. But then they changed it to the St. Peter Gatekeepers. Because St. Peter is the
Yeah.
gatekeeper.
I mean,
And
I
you
can see
realize
that.
of how many people just started calling us like the gatekeepers and stuff like that. And it was like, you're just setting us all up to get bullied. And then while I was in high school, they were gonna change it to from the Titans to what was it? It was gonna be the Apostles.
The Apostles.
That one's not as bad as the Gatekeepers.
No, it's not. But it's still
But
not.
going from the Titans to the Apostles,
Titans is so funny.
like we were a very good football team too. Like we went undefeated for like 6 years straight.
Yeah, you went to high school with
Dean Lowry.
who on the Green Bay Packers.
Shout out to Dean.
Dean, if you're listening, we love you.
Yeah, I do.
I was at the Packer game that you got your interception against the Bears
I was
last year.
pissed drunk at a house when you got that,
You were.
and I screamed, "Hey, everybody! I went to school with him," and no one gave a shit.
Nope.
But still cool. I
Yeah.
kind of know you. But, anywho's,
Yeah.
what's
Us.
What's your favorite car?
My favorite car.
That's a stupid question.
Okay.
What is?
Ford F-150.
No. Mine's a Mustang. Or a Tesla. Or an Audi. I don't know. Those are just brands. Except for the Mustang, that's an actual car. But,
A Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah. A Mini Cooper. What? My stomach growled. What are we having for dinner? Are you gonna cook me dinner? I cooked you breakfast yesterday.
I'm not cooking you dinner.
Why?
Because I have, like, no food. I'm going to be living off of beef and noodles for the next week.
That's what you always live off of.
Yeah. But now I don't have, like...
When are you gonna make me dinner?
Eventually. Pretty soon here, probably.
Okay, good.
Go grab some cubed steak. Make you a fucking, the fuck is it called? Can't think of what it's
No
called.
fucking clue either.
Yeah, but I'll make it for you.
Alright. Sounds good.
Really good. Egg noodles, cube steak, and cream of mushroom soup with a lot of different seasoning in it. I made it at the house.
Did you?
I think you tried some of it. Super good.
I don't know what I'm gonna have. I think I might have chicken strips tonight.
Now that's my kind of meal.
Yeah, I think I might have chicken strips. Maybe make some like. I don't know. What do I want? I'm just talking and I'm so fucking hungry. My stomach's growling. I wonder if you could pick that up on mic.
Probably. Well, you're hungry and you want to sleep.
Ask me another question, then we can end this.
Okay.
Come up with a good
I
one.
gotta think of
Like a very good
Okay,
one.
alright. If you, all expenses paid, could go for only a weekend, like leave Friday afternoon, come back Saturday or Sunday night, you could go anywhere in the world. Where would you
Japan.
go? Really?
Yeah.
Where in Japan?
Tokyo.
Okay.
100%.
Why? Why?
Because it's the like technology capital of the world and it's very awesome.
What would you see there?
Everything.
In the weekend?
I guess like I don't know. Maybe like Shinjuku over there. Maybe go to like Tokyo Zoo. Because that's a really cool place over there. Are we talking about like post-COVID, like where?
Yeah,
okay,
obviously.
cool.
Yeah.
Maybe go over there, or maybe like go over to like. I don't know. I really want to go to Sweden. Go
Sweden
hike
would
in
be
the
cool.
Alps.
Yeah, that'd be really nice actually.
That's in Sweden, right? Yeah.
I would do that.
Maybe Norway. I don't know. If I had to actually pick, like, it's like you're going there no matter what, it would have to be Japan, 100%.
If you could live in a different country, where would you?
Probably Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's clean, it's neat. People are like professional, like they follow orders. they
Yeah.
Yeah, a little nuclear problem, but that's
Nothing we don't have over here.
yeah. But like it's just it's a family community where they hold each other to higher standards and they want everybody to get better. Over here, it's a thing of I want myself to get better, which I'm very victim of. I want myself to get better before
That's
anybody else.
because you're a racer.
Yeah, but it's just a thing of that would be great to live over there, and also seeing like people's vlogs or like people's like stories of like they lived in America and went over there and them being like it's such a different culture.
I can't imagine.
It's great. Like also I love sushi. It's probably one of my favorite foods. So that'd be a decent place for me to go then.
Right.
How about you?
Ireland or London. London would be top.
I want to go to Ireland. I want to go to Ireland.
I want to go to Ireland pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like I'm very Irish and I fit the bill of an Irishman.
Same.
You know,
At least I used to.
I eat a lot of potatoes and I drink a lot of whiskey.
Yeah.
But no, from what I've seen also, obviously one of my favorite people is Jacksepticeye too, like going over there. and
Sean McLaughlin.
I listen to a lot of British podcasts. I really like the people over there, and it feels like I like the culture. Like,
Well, the culture's not too much different than it is over here.
yes and no.
I mean, like
It's not obviously it's not as different as Japan is,
Yeah.
but it's different. That's for sure.
Well, yeah.
Because they also hate us like the rest of the world does.
But
I mean,
so that's what's
But yeah, no, I think Ireland would be and especially like there's a lot of big distilleries over in Ireland.
Yeah.
I would love to go like Lagavulin specifically. I think is
What do they do?
their whiskey, bourbon whiskey.
What brand?
Lagavulin.
It's,
I think that it's mentioned a lot. It's Ron Swanson's whiskey. that I think at the end of the show, he ends up owning a majority stake in or something like that.
Okay.
It's a real thing.
I want to go over there for the Guinness.
That's fair. I haven't had Guinness. I don't think I've had Guinness since that fateful night.
Yeah.
I need to have Guinness again. I'm sure I would like it now.
Before I put a pause on my drinking career, I was probably like 10% Guinness.
Damn. So that's not. I would probably enjoy it.
It's so good. I don't know if you like Guinness.
I like it a lot more beer now.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's very strong. So, not very strong, as in like it's an acquired taste of Guinness.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's one of those things of it tastes like motor oil, but I love it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah. This was a good one.
Yeah.
This wasn't random. We actually stayed on topics.
For the most part, yeah.
A little bit like.
But we got to know each other.
Yeah. I have to piss again already.
I have.
Is that why you're ending it?
Yes.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in to our third episode. Keep those views coming. Keep the comments coming. Keep following us on Twitter at One More Last One and on Instagram at
One More Last One Pod. And if you want to give us topics, if there's something that you want to know about us, or if you just want us to ramble on about something, tweet at us, shoot us a comment on Instagram, or leave us an iTunes review, which I forgot to check. Let me actually check that real quick before we go off.
But yeah, please follow the Twitter. Not trying to beg for it, but it's I want to make a community on there. I want people to be able to say hey, talk about this, talk about that. I would love to hear people's input. Obviously, if it's negative, you can go fuck yourself. Actually, no, bring the negative comments. I'll have some funny remarks to it. Fuck it.
We got a 5-star review that I actually figured out. So I'm glad.
Is it a good one?
It is a good one.
All right.
Oh, I can read it. It says, "Go Kyle."
You go fuck yourself. What on me?
No, I recognize the name. I know who it is.
Who is it?
It's Chad.
Oh, Chad, fuck you. Chad,
He said,
Chad.
5 stars. Have loved everything Kyle has done up to this point, and then really enjoy Kyle on this podcast. Keep it up, buddy.
Hey, Chad, you want to know who's 50% of this podcast? It's me.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out for me.
Yeah.
I don't know you.
Someone go on iTunes and give Zach a shout out on the 5-star.
I don't give a shit if it's negative or not. Just give me a shout out.
Just give him a shout
My
out.
ego needs this.
Yeah.
Either way, thank you,
Either way,
everybody.
yeah.
Signing off.
Goodbye.
Till next Wednesday.